Welcome to Cigar Audit. Matt and Mateo here to review the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure No. 1. So anyway, Matthew, take a look at this cigar. Tell me what it looks, feels, and smells like.
Nice medium brown, minimal veins, somewhat not really oily, more of a between dry and waxy.
Yeah, kind of waxy.
Smells good, and it looks like very good construction on mine.
Yeah, the construction is good, although I took the ugliest example out of the box. In fact, I think I have an anus right by the foot of the cigar.
It does indeed appear to be an anus.
And it's a very dark anus at
Yes.
that. But anyway, the smell is good. I get a barnyard, as I should with an anus, a barnyard aroma.
Interesting. Well, it smells like tobacco.
And for those of you that aren't familiar with this Cuban, it is it's a medium stick. It's not a very strong cigar, and tends to be creamy, some fruity notes to it. So it should be a nice medium to mild.
I see what you're saying with the barnyard. It is almost like a sweet hay type aroma.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Even a little,
Very nice.
even with a little manure too, like slight.
Like your anus?
Yeah, like
Smells
this,
like manure?
right there, like
Oh,
that anus.
Wow. That's fancy.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say fancy.
Alright, well, I'm going to use the guillotine here.
All right, go ahead and get it cut up just so that you all know. This box code is TEA, December 2015, so these are fairly young cigars. So we'll see how they do underneath a year old.
But we'll see how it opens up as we...
I'd say it's medium. What kind of pre-draw flavors are you getting? I get
The hay, grass, like a chalky...
you get like wood notes. I get woody fruitiness. Like a generic fruitiness, nothing specific.
I'm not getting any fruitiness.
Maybe I'm getting wine.
I wonder where that's coming from. No, mine just maybe a hay.
Right off the bat, I get a very pronounced woody note.
Yes. Kind of reminds me of the smell of sawdust.
Yeah,
Nice wood note. And on the retrohale, I'm getting a spicy sweet pepper, maybe some jalapeno.
yeah, I'm getting some of that sweet pepper. I'm not going to jalapeno yet, but definitely black pepper tingle on the tongue.
Yeah.
Definitely tanginess to it too.
I think some jalapeno only on the retrohale. I'm getting
Let's see what
jalapeno type flavor.
Yeah, I can see the jalapeno on the retrohale with the black pepper, white pepper, a little bit of jalapeno.
Some peppercino, you know.
Peppercino. But very, very interesting. I'm trying to remember, I don't think I've ever had an Epicure No. 1. I've had many Epicure No. 2s, so.
This is my second cigar.
Ever?
My first one was a Dutch Master, and in comparison, this one's a little bit better.
I'm sure.
You know.
Well, so far, I would say it's a medium. I don't think it's medium full. I think it's still medium. Retrohale has more of the complexity and the spiciness. My draw's good. Smoke output, it's hard to tell. It's very hot still here, so I have fans blowing. So I apologize if there are any noise issues. But so far, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, it's not a real thick, rich smoke, but it is
No.
plentiful.
Yeah, it's still that silky smoke.
It is
but
good
it's
flavor,
not-
and the draw is not as bad as I anticipated. Pre-light, it seemed like it was pretty tightly packed, but it's not making me work too hard.
I'm even getting some white pepper and hint of sweet spices on the draw. I don't know if you are. The finish tends to be definitely that woodiness that you get on the draw with, I would say, a mix of spices, some peppers, and sweet spices. So it's a nice clean finish though. You know, lasts every bit of 20 seconds, but then it wipes pretty clean. It wipes the label.
I'm getting more wood notes now.
Are you?
Even on the retrohale, more of a dry wood. Still a little bit of spice from the pepper, but it's going more woodsy to me.
Very good. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how this progresses and how well it performs. So we'll be back and tell you how the first third was. Welcome back to Cigar Audit. Matt and Mateo here.
Welcome back
to Cigar Audit. We're smoking the Epicure No. 1, the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure No. 1. So Matt, your first third, how has it been?
It went up in flames right before my eyes. I can't get it back.
I'm sorry.
It was quite tasty. Started off with dry woody notes, mostly aromatic, smell of hay, and developed with the retrohale into a nice deep sweet jalapeno flavor. Overall, it's a pretty good burn. I had to relight it once. I think it's mostly the fans that are causing issues with my burn. But very sweet, tasty stick so far. I would say it's a milder medium. If not for the retrohale, I would say it's pretty mild, but there is a good bit of spice on the retrohale.
Oh, I just ashed.
In honor of Ed.
Ed's not here, so
he's here in spirit.
Ed. Anyway, my cigar doing very well until then. I'm getting the same thing. I'm getting a slight woody note on the draw with a little bit of fruity sweetness. I would say maybe an apricot or nectarine.
Mine's becoming very fruity now.
Is it?
And as I finish up this first third, I agree. It's like a dry fruit, apricot, or maybe some peach.
Peach, nectarine. I mean, that type of fruit, and a little bit of creaminess to it. I agree. The retrohale has a mixed pepper and even a sweet jalapeno note to it, which is really good. It actually balances well with the fruity notes and the woody notes that you get on the draw. And you know, the finish is really clean. It's fairly light, so that's where I would agree with you on the mild body as far as the smoke is concerned. There's no strength at all, I don't think, that I can tell of. But the flavors are good. Very very complex. I didn't expect that for this stick. I've read about it. I don't think I've ever smoked one. If I did, I don't remember. And I would expect it to be less complex. It's not considered a very strong cigar, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. And your burn time seems to be, you got some kind of weird burn going on.
I do have a weird burn.
To an extent, we're going to have to give it, you're killing that thing. We're going to have to give it a little bit of a pass because of the fans that are in here, but in general, the burn has been pretty good for me. I had to touch it up once, but it's extremely humid outside, and the fans are going, so who knows what that means. But in general, so far so good. Very good stick. We'll get down past this third and see how it progresses.
Welcome back to Cigar Audit. I'm Matt, aka El Vaquero Lento, and this here is Matt El Padrino.
Peace. So we're here to do the second third of the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure No. 1. So Mateo, your second third has been
Excellent. Excellent. The end of the first third going into the second third, there was a good bit of that dry, fruity flavor on the draw. Will you not laugh at me, sir? I'm trying to give a heartfelt review here.
Okay, go ahead.
It was a little fruity. Anyway, as I got into the second third, the retrohale did become both spicier and sweeter, fuller pepper notes. That's all I got.
I would agree. I think the just the retrohale there, and it's quite powerful. I think it's becoming less jalapeno at this point, and more green pepper and a sweetness to it, but a little bit of hint of that jalapeno pepper. My draw, still that slight woodiness, but that's starting to go in the background. A little bit of sweet cream, and I'm definitely getting still some of the light fruity apricot flavors to it. So very good. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm glad because I bought a cabinet of them. But This one didn't look all that great because I did try to find the ugliest one so I could get it out of the bundle and be happy with what was left. And if they all smoke like this, I'm going to have a hard time not being stiff, if you know what I'm saying. I think so far this cigar is performing extremely well. And I can only hope that the last third doesn't become gritty and grubby or whatever. Hopefully it's as smooth as this has been. So far, so good. I have so much editing to do. Anyway, all in all, very good start. No, it's not a good start.
It's a great start.
It's just started.
Delicious. Delicious second third of the first second half.
I can't take it. We'll be back and see how it finishes up. Did you want to talk about the cigar we're smoking?
I guess.
Well, welcome back to Cigar Audit.
Bienvenidos otra vez a Cigar Audit.
Sí.
Sí.
We're finishing up the Epicure No. 1 here, the Hoyo de Monterrey Epicure No. 1. Mr. Glenn, how has your last third been? That good?
Well, let's see. It's becoming less complex. I found that when I do, at one point I actually took a good bit of smoke in my mouth, let it out mostly through my lips, and then did a slight retrohale with the last remainder of smoke, and I actually did get a fruity flavor. But I find that if I do a very deep retrohale, it's extremely spicy. I still get some jalapeno. So there is the complexity still there of the fruitiness versus the spicy pepper, and it all depends on how much smoke you take into the retrohale, which I think is pretty neat. So still good flavor. I would still say it's pretty medium. It's good.
Yeah, I think I've gotten more of that earthy flavor to it, which is what I was, not that I'm against earthy cigars, but that's what I was afraid of. It would get a little grubby at the end here. But in general, I still get the fruit sweetness. I think the finish is a lot of black pepper on the back of the palate, closer to the throat. And did you like that? No. And the retrohale, I agree, it is very spicy. And when you retrohale, you get a finish of, I would say, jalapeno type spices. Still good. Not as good as the first 2/3, in my opinion. But these are less than a year old, so these cigars are going to get better with age over the next couple of years. So, but in general, I like it. How would you rate said cigar?
Probably with a number system. I think that would be the easiest way.
Yeah,
Shall we?
that's the appropriate way.
I see. Do I have to do, what is it, like feel and then taste and all that stuff?
No.
Overall, I would say a 92.
92? Yeah, I think that this cigar is going to get better with age, at least 2 or 3 points better. I think last review I gave the Monty No. 2, I think I gave it a 93 or 94. So I think this guy, especially the first 2/3 were very good. I probably would have been closer to 96 in the first 2/3, and it drops down a little bit. So I'm going to say 94. I think that this cigar is good, and even at the end, it's still pleasant. I'm not getting bitter notes. I'm not getting anything like that. I did with the No. 2. So I'm going to stick with 94. This is a good stick. It's medium bodied at most. Some of the retrohale can be pretty spicy and peppery, but very, very good smoke. Well, anyway, thank you for joining Cigar Audit. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Check out our website at cigaraudit.com, and don't forget to check out us on YouTube, which is hopefully where you're watching us now. Which I can't imagine
where else would they? Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
this could be on Facebook.
Is it on the FaceTube?
It should be on the FaceTube.
Oh.
Most definitely.
Like and share it on the FaceTube.
And Instabook and all that kind of stuff.
And the MySpace.
It's been a while.
MySpace is like Facebook, but it has.
But nobody uses it.
Everyone uses it.
No.
Ask Tom. He's my friend.
Yeah, he's
a personal friend of mine.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's in my top 8.
So is Mark Zuckerberg.
No, he never friended me. I tried.
Tried?
I tried.
Well, don't forget to find us, check us out, and definitely leave comments. We'll see you next time. Peace.